Almost immediately after Mick Michaelis moved to Coronation Street with his wife Lou, it was clear he was going to stir up trouble. And that prediction has come true. However, he turns out to be far more menacing than anyone anticipated, as intense and violent scenes in future episodes will reveal. Following a prior attack on Sean, Mick shifts his aggression toward Gary Windus in the coming episodes, after Gary confronts him about his intimidating treatment of Liam and decides to fire him. Things escalate when Mick knocks Gary to the ground with a punch. As Gary tries to retaliate, Kit steps in to break it up. The scene is prepared for a special flashback episode that will delve into the backstory involving Mick, Lou, and Kit. Reportedly, major revelations will suggest that Kit is actually the biological father of Lou and Mick's son, Brody. He's well aware that both Lou and Mick are bad news, and since he's trying to maintain order in Weatherfield, if they start causing chaos, Kit knows he'll have to step in, Jacob Roberts explained. He also realizes they're holding blackmail material over him, and both of them know about his past because he certainly isn't innocent. So in a way, he's guilty of the same flaws he sees in them. After this, Mick's volatile temper worsens, and his rage first targets Lou, who is later seen with a head injury. She attempts to escape with her kids, but when Tim picks them up in his taxi, he insists they stop at A&E so Lou can get checked out. As a nurse begins to question whether Lou might be in an abusive situation, she bolts, leaving her daughters behind with Tim. Mick, now furious over his family falling apart, turns his rage toward Kit, accusing him of destroying his life. Determined to get revenge, he swears he'll take Kit down and puts a scheme into motion. Kit then receives a call from Mick, who instructs him to meet at a specific location and to come alone. When Kit arrives at a deserted patch of land, he's shocked to find Mick holding his mother Bernie in a threatening grip. Before Kit shows up, Bernie had tried to distract Mick by claiming that Kit didn't care about her, especially after she gave him up as a baby. Once her son is there, Bernie makes an emotional appeal, explaining that she did try to reconnect with him when he was young, but his adoptive mother wouldn't allow any contact. Will Kit put himself in danger to protect the woman who gave him life, or will he turn his back and leave Bernie to face whatever Mick has planned? Coronation Street star confirms Eileen's exit plot after 25 years, and it's not prison. The journey Eileen is taking is pretty much what I'm choosing to do. Coronation Street veteran Sue Cleaver has opened up about her character Eileen Grimshaw's upcoming departure from the long-running ITV soap and has reassured fans that the beloved character won't be heading to prison. Cleaver, who has portrayed Eileen for an impressive 25 years, confirmed earlier this year that she would be stepping away from the cobbles, marking the end of an era for Coronation Street. Eileen's emotional exit storyline is slated to unfold later in 2025. As the plot progresses, Eileen's estranged half-sister, Julie Karp, makes a surprising return to Weatherfield with devastating news. She is terminally ill. Her reappearance sets in motion a heartbreaking sequence of events, culminating in Julie's untimely death earlier this month. However, in a shocking turn, Eileen finds herself at the center of a criminal investigation, as she is wrongly suspected of being involved in Julie's death. The suspicion leaves her fearing the worst, that she could face time behind bars for something she didn't do. Despite the dark clouds hanging over her, it has now been confirmed that Eileen will not be jailed, suggesting that justice and perhaps redemption may still be on the horizon as her story draws to a close. Fortunately, fans can breathe a sigh of relief. Eileen Grimshaw will not meet a tragic end. Actress Sue Cleaver has confirmed that her iconic character will be given a fitting and heartwarming send-off. Speaking to the Mirror, Cleaver shared that the show's producers were open and supportive during discussions about how Eileen's story should conclude. There was always that possibility hanging over me, that they might write Eileen out in a dramatic way, maybe even kill her off, she admitted. But instead, they were really respectful. They told me, Eileen's a big part of Coronation Street. We want to do this right. Rather than leaving under a cloud of sadness or controversy, Cleaver was given the rare opportunity to shape her character's departure on her own terms. "They actually asked me what kind of ending I wanted," she revealed. "I told them I didn't want to close the door completely because I still love the show and the people. What I really wanted was a happy ending, something hopeful." Cleaver added that the journey Eileen takes in her final episodes reflects her own real-life decision, a peaceful transition rather than a dramatic goodbye. "In many ways, the path Eileen follows is the one I've chosen for myself, stepping away, but doing it with love, not regret." Sue Cleaver has also spoken candidly about the personal journey behind her decision to step away from Coronation Street, revealing that the thought of leaving had been on her mind for several years. "I've been thinking about this for the past 4 years," she said. "There's been a lot of reflection, a lot of planning and careful consideration. I wanted to be absolutely certain, but now that the moment has come, it feels completely right. It's an exciting new chapter for me. I don't feel afraid of what lies ahead." She went on to explain that the most difficult part wasn't stepping into the unknown, but rather making the choice to let go of something so familiar. "The only thing that truly scared me was deciding it was time to move on. But the second I made that choice, I knew in my heart it was the right path forward." Cleaver, who also captured audiences in the jungle on "I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here," is now embracing this turning point with optimism, ready to see what the future holds beyond the cobbled streets of Weatherfield. Sue Cleaver's departure marks yet another major shift in Coronation Street's ever-evolving landscape as the beloved soap navigates a wave of high-profile cast exits. In recent months, viewers have also said goodbye to longtime staple Helen Worth, as well as stars Patty Bever, Shelley King, and Charlotte Jordan, all of whom have left their mark on the show with impactful storylines and memorable performances. Looking ahead, the exits won't stop there. It's been confirmed that Sue Devaney and Colson Smith, who portray Debbie Webster and Craig Tinker respectively, are also preparing to bid farewell to Weatherfield in the near future. As the show undergoes these transitions, Coronation Street continues to air its much-loved episodes every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 8 p.m. on ITV1. For those who prefer to watch on demand, episodes are also available to stream via ITVX. She thought the worst was behind her, but the past has a way of catching up. Slow zoom on character's face, silence lingers. Next time everything unravels.